welcome to the Tape to Tape podcast. My name is Craig Miller, the commissioner of the Lug. I'm joined here with one of the most notorious teams in the league, one of the oldest, and one of the most sponsored, the Alcoholics. I'm joined here with Mr. Matt Stevens, Holden Berry, the goaltender, Captain Michael Smith, and the league's very own Sean Avery, Mr. Mark Perera. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
We're good.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, not a problem at all. Why don't you let the folks in on a little bit about yourselves? Matt, tell the folks a little something.
Peterborough kid, grew up in Germany, eat, sleep, breathe hockey. Father played professionally.
This is riveting.
Need to score a little bit. Need to score a little bit more this year. What are you holding?
Born and raised Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown, a beautiful crescent.
It's a lot of farmland. That's what I can tell you. Just looking to one day make it to the show, hoping that one day one scout will show up, and that's all you need to get a big break.
At the Lug?
That's all you need. That's all you need.
You're in the right spot, baby. Michael Smith.
I'm taking over for Kurt McPherson as captain.
Oh, McPherson.
He's too busy managing Ale from Texas. Like my friend Jim Street says, Texas forever. So pass on to Mark now.
Just kid from east end of Ottawa, Orleans.
Orleans!
Really tough upbringing, battling adversity. Being very, very diverse when playing hockey. Not too many brown folk out there.
You've got a real PK Subban to you in the Lug.
Yeah, a little bit more Trevor Daly as of late, but looking to get back into PK Subban.
Well, it's good to have you guys in because I know a lot of people not only want to know about you guys specifically, but about the team Ale in general. Explain to the guys your affiliation with Ale House, the actual bar.
To be honest,
We like to drink there.
we like to drink.
Frequent visitor, yeah.
We realistically only have two players who actually work at Ale.
Yeah, because Ale used to be primarily composed of bouncers, and you guys have kind of strayed away from that now. Where do you find a lot of the guys that you pick, Mike?
Well, last year, I think Kurt put together a team, mostly Ale and Stages guys, and then when they all graduated, it was up to me to fill the spots, and I went around to local rinks and scouted some prime talent like Chris Strum and Jordan Friesant. And then the Phil Kessel of our team, Dylan Rogers.
What do we have to say about this Dylan Rogers guy?
He's just the milk bag that keeps us together.
He comes out of fucking nowhere. He's one of the biggest workhorses I've seen. What do you guys think about his play?
I mean, it's just great to see a guy whose hockey game doesn't translate to the gym, but still excels at such a high level.
Yeah.
Freakishly small.
He's got about a 50 flex on his stick, but just an unbelievable shot.
No problem. I'm a huge fan of his style of play. Mike, tell me about what kind of team you're trying to build this year. I mean, it's not the same team as last year. There's no doubt about that.
We're a small team. I mean, we're not the most physical apart from Mark Perera, who is probably 2 games away from his first suspension.
And we're going to get into that.
Second suspension.
We're going to get into that.
I'm just looking for some guys who are looking to score goals and get drunk after the game and have fun.
Getting drunk after the game. That's something that Ale is definitely known for throughout the league. You guys booze. Everyone knows it. People see you around. Mike, as the captain, how do you wrangle in these absolute donkeys and try and attain some sort of focus to win a fucking hockey game?
We've been wrestling with the lines since the season started, to be honest.
Wrestling with the lines.
Then a strict curfew.
Yeah, we have a strict curfew.
Of like 4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 On Sunday nights, usually we like to leave the brass nice and early so that we get a good night's sleep before the game. But
that's just a real winning attitude.
Yeah, I mean, we got 3 wins right now, so
we're
looking to build on that.
Mark, I want to direct this question at you.
Yeah,
you've been on the team, for a while. All-star appearance last year. Is the team at a spot where it was at this part in the season last year?
You know what? We're not. I feel like this year's team just has so much more skill than we did last year, but for some reason, our compete level just hasn't been where it needs to be, and just the puck luck as well.
Puck luck.
Haven't been getting our bounces.
Mark Perera prays to the hockey gods, and it's not working out this far. So, what do you think is missing from this season with respect to last season?
You know what? I think the confidence. We haven't been playing with as much confidence as maybe we were last year. a couple new faces in the locker room, and maybe they're just dipping their feet, trying to get their feet wet, right?
True.
But now there's no excuses. We're 8 games into the year now, and time to put those sorry excuses away, and we got to start playing.
I know, only 3 wins this far. You guys are sitting at 8th in the league. In a tie. Holdenberry will recognize that they're not.
Let's get some Mustangs. That was a good point. We earned that.
Yeah, speaking of Mustangs, obviously, I'm going to come over to you on this one, Matt. You played for the Mustangs last season and were drafted by, in a trade perhaps, by Mr. Mike Smith. How is it on ale now?
I mean, it's a completely different experience coming from the
of course.
High-powered Mustangs offense. Corson Cup champions 2 years ago.
Yes.
Runners-up last year. Obviously, a heritage of victory. Which
he wants everyone to know he's been a part of.
I consider Ale House to be a home to me, and to quote LeBron, I'm coming home.
Wow. You found yourself on a team that respects your caliber of play, which is unextraordinary, might I.
Means a lot coming from the commissioner.
And we stole him during the Boots and Hearts Festival last year. Him and Alex Prosick made the commitment. And we actually had Ryan...
This close to having Ryan Wagner.
We had Ryan Wagner at a verbal commitment.
All right, guys, I'm right here.
Now we're pleased with fucking Holden, too.
We're very happy that we ended up with
Ale
Holden.
drafts their players while they're absolutely wasted beyond a reasonable doubt at a Boots and Hearts Festival to make sure that they get that lock. Because when you're sober, you might not agree.
That's exactly what happened.
That's a good strategy. Holden, how does it feel to come on to a squad that has had really good goaltending in the past in Fraser Nash, who I still see floating around boozing like the legend he is?
Well, I think I'm very fortunate that I didn't play in the league last year. I didn't really know what to expect, so I didn't really have any expectations. I didn't know if they were a good team, bad team. I just came in and just my goal is stop pucks. Where we are right now in the season, it's gut check time, and boys are playing hard. We've had a pretty tough schedule up to this
yeah, you guys have been riding it.
And, I mean, the guys have been playing hard. We just haven't got any bounces like Mark was talking
about.
Puck luck. We haven't got it. And playoffs are coming up, and it's gut check time.
Gut check time.
Guys have been firing on all cylinders. We just haven't got bounces. We played a tough team against Crackhawks.
Of course.
2 weeks ago, and tough loss there.
And a lot of hostility in that game. Some hits were thrown.
We'll see how it plays out next time.
Now, I want to... No, go ahead.
Yeah, you were saying?
No, go ahead. Please.
I mean, at the end of the day, boys are just trying... We're having fun out there. We're getting shots on net, and I mean, like I said, it's gut check time.
No, shut up. I want to bring your attention to a statistic right now.
Absolutely.
The goal differential for goals for versus goals against for Ale House. What do you think it is right now?
It's about under 5.
Under 5. What if I told you it was exactly 0? How do you feel about that?
There's been a lot of tight games.
Well, evidently.
There's been a lot of tight games where I know last game we won an 8 or 9-2. 9-4. I apologize.
Thanks, Dick Cheese.
Shots fired.
We needed the confidence from that one.
We've had a lot of tight games.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we haven't had the puck luck we've been hoping for. We've hit a lot of posts. Crossbars, which have just really snake bitten us.
Stevens can't even believe say poster on this guy. He's blown away. Story of my life.
And a few unlucky bounces on our own defensive end there, and I'll take blame for some of that as well. But at the end of the day, we're right in the middle of it, and we're in a good position to get battle for some points and squeak our way in there and have maybe an upset or two.
Well, I think you guys need an upset at this point.
I think the luck we need needs to come from Alex Prosick, who hasn't scored a goal yet.
He's our big off-season acquisition.
We were really looking
so you got 2 of us over here.
We were really looking forward to having him on the team.
For those who don't know, last season Alex Prosick and Matt Stevens at a Boots and Hearts Festival were drafted over to the Alcoholics. Alex Prosick actually put up some quality points for the Mustangs last season, and this year has yet to produce. Captain, how do you feel about this?
I mean, we're looking at some guys in the intramural canteen.
The canteen team is
the canteen team has some young,
You might grab some from the farm.
Up and comers.
Minor affiliate.
I just don't want to get sent down.
So Prosick's looking to prove that he's worth the big league contract that we gave him over the summer.
Paid him too much.
Overconfidence his ass.
Exactly.
So we talked about earlier, or was mentioned earlier, Crackhawks versus Alcoholics. Mark, last week on the podcast we had Reese Webster in. who's a friend of yours, I understand.
No, we're actually not friends.
Not friends anymore. This is what happens in the lug. A week ago, Reese Webster said you guys were friends. And
No,
now...
he's a good guy. He's just a shit guy on the ice, but he's a good guy off the ice.
Like a Brett Elder out there.
Oh, a lot of boys be saying stuff about
They
him.
slash on me last game.
Yeah.
Two-hander there.
There's a lot of animosity towards the Crackhawks this year. Maybe because they win, maybe because they hack. Who knows this day and age? I think the elephant in the room needs to be addressed, though. Mr. Mark Perera, your notoriety is absolutely off the charts. I can't go anywhere and hear about the lug without hearing your name and how much either people think you're a cocksucker on the ice, or you chirp too much, or they see you at bars and you're just boozed out of your mind. How do you do it? Who are you? I mean, where does this playing style come from?
Well, first things first.
Growing up in New Delhi.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
Like Stevens was saying, I'm just a good old Catholic boy, you know? Good morals, raised on the proper roots. My parents taught me well.
Preach.
But honestly, this year, I haven't found my game yet. I've never been this much of an...
It seems like you're struggling a bit.
Started with a suspension.
Starting off the year with a
Yeah.
suspension
On the
probably
bench,
doesn't
yeah.
help.
You know what? It might be
Which
David
we don't
Clarkson
blame the
syndrome.
commissioner for.
Well, yeah, speaking on that, you straight up open iced hit a guy last year with 4 seconds remaining against the Crackhawks.
On your season.
And then you wonder why they come at you so fucking hard like there's a target on your back because of course that's going to be there. Did you expect anything less?
Well, you know what, Craig? Some people might refer to me as a sore loser of sorts, and I would agree with them completely. I hate to lose more than I like to win.
Wow.
So, yeah, I know I've been...
Should put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, honestly, sell that.
Been a bit of a agitator, definitely, and honestly, I think it's got to do with me being frustrated at least with myself more than I am with other players. So at the end of games, you know, if I find our team's losing, I haven't had a good game, you know, I tweak. I've lost it a couple times this year.
So what do you have to say to all the players listening to this podcast right now?
It's coming for you.
Yeah.
You think it's going to change?
I'm gonna
Playing up the game.
I'm gonna keep playing my physical brand of hockey. I know it's not a contact league.
Do you?
Do you?
But no, I'm gonna continue to step up on guys that have their head down, and
That's the way to get
in the
there.
room. The commissioner's in the room.
This is an audio tape recorded right now. When you say you didn't mean to.
No, I'm gonna keep playing my game. Hopefully, I don't lose my mind. I feel like a fucking lunatic the past couple of games, but honestly, it's got nothing to do with the other guys. It's mostly to do with myself. As soon as I find my game, I'm gonna get away from
You'll
the physical
stride
brand.
off.
Oh yeah,
Very interesting.
gotta find my legs.
I gotta take some blame for missing out on the Crackhawks game.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Captain
and,
Quail
Hunter for the
hunting.
Ravelry.
Quail
Yeah.
hunting.
Quail hunting.
It's fucking quail hunting.
You know
Deer,
the fucking
deer,
quail
deer.
is.
Deer hunting.
Oh, you actually were quail
I
hunting.
was deer hunting.
Oh, wow.
He was
What a-
only deer hunting because he didn't know what a fucking
What a
quail
fucking
looked
man.
So I take some blame on that game.
Hey,
too.
you know what? You gotta get out, see the wilderness sometimes. You need to take a break.
Next
We all
time
understand.
around, I'll be there, and we'll be sure to win that
You
game.
know,
We gotta get
the Lugs a
big
pretty
against
demanding
quails.
schedule, and I think it's time for
yeah.
everyone to just spend some time with their families, a little bit of downtime.
Now, what I want to touch on right now is who do you guys see in the league as quality adversary to Elka Hawks? I mean, I know you guys sit in 8th, but what kind of teams are you guys looking out on the horizon for?
I think our next game against Quails is
Yeah.
gonna be a big matchup
Quails
there.
huge.
For
See
sixth
how-
place.
We're
yeah,
playing for
we're-
6th place there. And
Yep.
It's
an important game for
it's
us.
gut check time. And
Holdenberry cannot emphasize enough that it is gut check time for alcoholics, and anyone not hearing this message on the team is probably
He
getting
actually
crayons
said
for
on the
Christmas.
walk up that he's going to set the record for that gut check time. That's what he said.
That's amazing.
As much as they probably hate us, I love playing against the Crackhawks in the stands.
Yeah.
They're really
Yeah.
easy games to get up for. Two strong teams, and you know there's definitely the animosity between us, but
Especially when you guys grab 2 of their players, right? You work just like that and bring them over to the
Oh,
squad.
yeah.
well, and I think we're just a bounce away from being right at the top. I mean, against
we
the
played them
Mustangs,
both tough.
I mean,
We
the
played them
top
both
top
tough.
top teams. We got a point against the Mustangs. We beat
Bukaki.
beat Bukaki, and we were
the only team to beat Brook Hockey
exactly.
this season.
And we were outshot heavily against Crackhawks, and a few unlucky bounces. We lose 3-0
right
there.
We were right there.
A few good bounces, a little puck luck, and we could have won that game.
Puck luck.
No, we were only outplayed in the first against the Crackhawks.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're a one-trick pony. They got one line. I'd take our depth any day.
Let them know.
A statistical analysis
I
breakdown.
think if we bring
by
up a
Matt
canteen
Stevens.
there, we could play right with them.
If
The farm club.
You know, if I had Brett Elder's equipment, I maybe would have scored a couple too.
Shots fired.
Yeah, he looks like a big night out there. Right?
No, a sport check sale. It's
And
no big.
50% off last week. Eh?
And if anyone's looking for Matt Stevens, he lives at 15 Aberdeen. He's welcome to anyone coming to try and fight him for those comments.
Back doors unlocked.
So, Mike, just to close off this podcast, I want to ask you, as the captain on a team that has huge notoriety around the league, what is your ambition and goal for the league? What is your hope?
For the league, I mean, we got 12 teams this year, and, it's only growing. So, I mean, I'm still here for another year or two, and, we want to be at the top of the league.
Now, what about
we want to be at the
team's
top.
involved
We want to
in
be
the
at the
league?
top of the league. We want to be
We know
around.
we can.
Statistically speaking, I mean, that's going to be tough. You're going to have to see.
We're gonna win. I'm gonna pull Mark Messier right now. I'm gonna say,
Oh, God.
Here it comes.
Oh, God, no.
and I'm gonna say we're gonna win out the rest of this 2014 year.
Wow.
You heard it here
When
first.
when
You heard it here
2000
first.
When after Christmas break, we got a tough schedule. We're gonna play the Mustangs again, the Crackhawks again, and it's time for us to prove that we're one of the best teams in the league.
So are you going to make top 4 by the time playoffs roll around?
I think we're gonna make top 4.
I think we are top 14.
I'd like to
we
say-
got the depth, we got the potential, and we got the skill, and we have a great goalie. So I mean, we got all the components that are necessary for us to be top 1, top 2 teams in the league.
We haven't played a complete game yet.
And not to
And
mention-
once we do, heads up to anyone out there.
I mean, it's gut
Yeah.
check time. We're playing some. Our schedule gets weaker. No disrespect to any other teams we're playing, but we've had a very tough schedule with Bar Down and Mustangs,
Yes.
Crackhawks, Super Troopers. So after Quails, I think our schedule gets a little more favorable.
Maybe you
and-
should call Mike Smith to go quail hunting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going
it might
quail
be a little
hunting
bit.
next week. I got my gun in the car. And
Gun's fucking bigger than he is.
We're a blue-collar team, and we're looking to put in some overtime here. All right?
Gut
Get
check
the lunch
time.
pails out. We're going to work. We're going to work.
How many hockey quotes can we fit in the last
Coach put together a good team this year. And,
Compete level.
North
levels
South.
up.
All right, shut the fuck up. And with that, I would like to thank you guys for coming on the podcast.
no
I think,
problem.
Thank
you.
no
Thanks
problem
for
at all.
having us.
I think a lot of guys are going to be interested to hear you guys' perspective of your team, not only and your position in the league. As always, make sure you check out www.lughockey.com. You want to see what these boys are about, where they're from, where they drink, all in the bio. And with that, I say we get our suds on and giddy up.
I think the girls have already started praying outside, so
Ah,
should join
we
them.
should
Knock it
dabble in
down
a
and
little
call me Susan.
mixer.
We got ourselves a night.